I'll share that link. Okay, I think we're back. Just going to tweet this out. Okay, right. We're back. So, sorry about that. Technical problems again, which was a bit frustrating. But anyway, let's backtrack. Yeah, I really thought everything was going to be fine this time, but unfortunately not. Oh, I'm just going to also stick that into the group chat because then those guys will know the deal. Okay, so right. Hello again, everyone. If you're joining us, yeah, sorry about that. Let's have a look at what's been happening so far. So Slovakia. So I'm just going for the start here now of the game. I'm just going to move quite quickly through the moves. So as I've already talked about, the bishop taking the knight on h6, and then various developing moves. Both players getting their pieces out, which is all standard stuff. And yeah, I like what Slovakia did, bringing his knight to the centre. This is move number 11, Isaac, so you can follow where I'm at. That knight's on a really good central square on d5. It's what I would call an outpost. That's a really strong square for the knight. Then pushing up his pawns on the queen side, and also I noticed that this move knight to h6 shouldn't have troubled MAK at all, but he's just failed to spot, sorry, that this was a discovered attack on the bishop, and this is when things started to swing in the favour of FPL Slovakia, because he's just full on lost the bishop there without seeing that moving the knight out of the way opened the path for the bishop to take. Moving on, we've got a5, the queen comes out. We see an exchange of queens, and after b5 takes c4, we see bishop to d7. That compiles the misery on MAK. That is a fork. Both the knight and the rook are attacked, so he's going to lose the rook. Sorry, the knight. And as play develops, what we see. Okay, we're caught up to the live position, and the state of play is that FPL Slovakia is 2 pieces up. He's got the extra knight and the extra bishop, and he should just be able to convert this.
Slovakia failed to spot a fork there. Can you find it? Like instead of moving that knight to check the king.
Instead of knight e7, let me see. Oh yes, okay. There's a really nice move here. Do you want to tell them what it is? It's knight h6, isn't it?
Yeah.
So knight h6 is a really nice move because you think, oh, I'll just take it with the bishop, but no, you can't. The bishop is pinned to the king by this rook, which means once the king moves, then the rook falls. But unfortunately, FPL Slovakia didn't see it. Right. Anyway, if you're in the live chat, do say hello. We've already tried to say the intro twice. I think once this game is finished, we'll just tell you a bit more information about this match and what's going on, but you can see the information at the top. The winner of this match is going to be playing in Division 2 next season of the charity FPL Chess League. And there'll be 4 games today. This is the first one, so you've not missed an awful lot. because there will be two 15-10 games, so that's 15 minutes per side, followed by, with a 10-second increment, so you get an extra 10 seconds every move that you make, followed by up to two games of 5 minutes a side and plus 5 seconds every move that is made. I need to skip forward in the live position because I'm not live. Okay, the computer's saying mate in 3. Have a look at it, guys. Can you see checkmate in 3 for FPL Slovakia here? I'm just now trying to see if I can spot it myself. Have you seen it, Isaac?
Well, you would think the start would be rook a8.
I was thinking that as well. I was thinking potentially, I'm going to go to the analysis board.
And the king captures on e7, and then rook captures the bishop, and that's mate.
Yeah, exactly. So this is sacrificing the knight, but it does work. It leads to checkmate. You just take the bishop straight away, and then what's the only do for the king? Oh no, that's it. That's mate. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
So, hi Owen. Good to see you. Good that you're with us. And we'll see. It looks like that move the move rook a8 is on the board, and another slightly different force mate.
Yeah, let's block with rook. Yeah.
Great. Well, in case you missed it, let's try again explaining a bit more about this match. Do you want to do that for us, Isaac?
This match in total, because there are 4 games, 2 rapid and 2 blitz, MAK has more of a chance than usual to make a comeback here. There are still 3 more points to be fought over. So even if he does lose this next game, he could still potentially draw, which makes it all more exciting, in my opinion.
Yeah, it should be good. So I'll explain one more time. We've got the Division 2 and the Division 3 final standings over there. And you'll see that FPL Slovakia finished 5th in Division 2, albeit he had the same chess performance as the 3 above him. It's just FPL points that let him down. And
they have started the second game, by the way.
Yes, I'll get to it in just a second.
Okay.
In fact, I'll get to it now. And in Division 3, you'll see that FPL MAK finished in 2nd place. And so a bit like in the Bundesliga where they have this promotion relegation playoff, these guys will be fighting it out for the Division 2 spot next season. Okay, so this game started. Game 2 has started. In fact, I'm just going to update the score. Because the score is currently 1-0 to FPL Slovakia. There we go. Do you have any comments on how this game has started so far, mate?
Well, there's your first big mistake.
Oh dear. Oh, MAK. So it's all fairly normal stuff. It was just what Slovakia allowed to happen was after e5, he retreats his knight, and then e4. The knight should have just topped back to d4. Would you agree?
Yeah, sure. Keep it in the center, and hopping back to d4, there are no pawns that can push it away.
Exactly.
So if Slovakia decided to further threaten that knight with, for example, his bishop, you could just defend it with the pawn on, put the pawn on c3.
Yeah, that's exactly
right.
So
it will be interesting to see if MAK can make his way back into this game. But anything is possible, and they are fairly similarly rated, so we could see a mistake from FPL Slovakia.
Yeah, I mean, this is all about avoiding blunders now for FPL Slovakia. And in fact, at this level, that's what it's about. If it sounds really, really obvious, but if you can make less blunders than your opponent, then you're going to win the game. And the reason I say that is because the higher the level is in chess, the rarer and rarer big mistakes are. And these guys, if they can play some solid chess, they will do really well. So what do you think FPL MAK should do to try and turn this game around?
Well, he needs to keep his cool and just play by the basic, simple rules of the opening right now. Get your pieces out. Get that bishop to, f4. Get that knight to c3. And try and grab the initiative.
Well, that's an interesting move, d5, isn't it? Doesn't that just drop the pawn? Oh, no, it doesn't. See, I
also, MAK needs to see that his bishop is threatened right now.
Yeah, I almost missed that. I was thinking, let's just grab d5, but yeah, that is another discovered attack, which fooled MAK in the last game. He missed one of those, and he lost a bishop because of it.
Let's see if he has learned from his previous mistake.
Yes, we'll see. Also, he's got 15 minutes, well, still 14 minutes. He needs to take his time and just think and come up with the best move. Yeah, that's good. He's moved back to... On the surface, that looks okay, moving back to g2 and protecting the position, but the computer doesn't like it.
I think the better move was to capture the bishop. And then, on next turn, capture that central pawn with his queen.
Yeah, that's true. So that would have been one of Black's really good central pawns off the board if he just takes. If it just takes. Yeah, that's very true.
Making it easier to target that other central pawn as well. But that's a missed opportunity now.
See, I really like... Go on.
I think we'll see knight to f6, just protect. Yeah, there we go. Just protecting that central pawn now.
Yeah, that's a good move. I was actually about to suggest even pushing e4 and just really starting to make MAK uncomfortable with those two pawns. I don't know if you think that would have been a good idea or not, but this is equally good because it's developing a piece.
Yeah, I think both are solid ways to approach this. And the lead he has right now, he can choose either of them and be fine, I think.
Yeah.
So what do you think, like bishop to g5, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Because even knight to knight to c3 walks right into e4, d4. Sorry, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Giving Slovakia a tempo even with that d4 move. But my thinking was actually bishop to g5 to, on the next move, yeah, there he goes, threaten that knight. And if he captures it, you could then capture the e5 pawn. But that leaves the b2 pawn exposed. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, so I'm going to go to the analysis board here and show you what is going on there. So this looks quite nice on the surface, taking the knight and then the queen recapturing, and then taking the pawn on d5. But then you lose b2, which is not the end of the world. But I mean, is that worth it? Because you've got rid of one of the central pawns.
You get rid of both of the central pawns, because then you can capture before.
So after queen b2, you'd have to play knight to d2.
No, you capture on the e4.
With check, of course, yeah. So I was thinking you couldn't just take on e4, but because that's check, and he's got to deal with that first.
Yeah.
That would have been quite good. Yeah, cool. No, that's the wrong game. That's the previous game. So we've seen the exchange. We'll just see what happens next. What's that about? He sacrificed his bishop. Is that just a blunder?
What's that about?
I'm not sure whether he thought he saw some sort of tactic that he thought worked out, but when I look at that, I just see...
There are no tactics, like he has no offensive pieces playing. His knight is in its starting position, his two rooks are just staring into their respective pawns, and the queen is the only piece with any space.
Yeah.
I would be very, very intrigued to know what he was thinking with that.
Yeah, the real problem is all the pieces that he had developed and that he got out, he's just traded off. And now he's so far behind in development and he's down on material, and it looks like Slovakia is going to make it 2-0. He's now also invited queen to b2. That pawn is hanging. So he's gonna have to try and pull things back in the blitz. I don't know how good he is at blitz. I mean, I'll see what his rating is. 625 compared to 838. So he's already the underdog in the blitz. So, I mean, he could have done with maybe... I feel like in this game he needed to do well in this rapid section if he wanted to have a chance of winning promotion. But unfortunately, it's just not quite panned out that way.
Yeah, so blitz is a lot more messy than rapid. In blitz, there are more chances for the underdog because there are just more mistakes in general. So we could see MAK pull back 1 or 2 points in the blitz match.
It's very true. That is very true. Yeah, it just takes one big blunder from Slovakia, maybe just losing a rook or something, and MAK will have chances there. Yeah.
We could also see MAK improving because they are fairly similarly rated. It should not be this much of a walkover. No offense to MAK, but he has not been at his best today. So, and that could be because he doesn't handle the pressure. I know when I play, and I know the match is being streamed, I do not handle the pressure too well, always. And I can make some silly mistakes that I wouldn't normally do. So, we could see that from MAK here. But then, when he's 2-0 down, he could play more without pressure. Hopefully we'll see some improvement from him.
Yeah, you make a good point there, because Slovakia's been streamed a couple of times. This might be his 3rd or 4th, I feel like. Whereas this is the first stream that MAK's had to deal with. And it's just hard to know how you're going to deal with that added pressure.
Yeah, and did we have Slovakia, or you had Slovakia, on to answer a couple of questions of the game?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he seemed fairly comfortable with that kind of stuff.
He did, yeah, that's very true.
Going live and talking and being watched at all. So like I have no idea how MAK is handling pressure, but maybe like I sometimes struggle with, he is not handling it.
Yeah, so what we've just seen on the board is this bishop to c5. So this is a pinning the rook to the king.
Yeah, and there's no weird way to say it.
E3 is okay, right?
Well, 3 just gets captured, right?
Oh yeah, it does. So E3 doesn't help. well, I think he's going to go down another exchange, isn't he?
Yeah. He's going to have to move queen 1 over to e1, I think. Or won't have to, you could just recapture way to work, but...
Yeah. I think... I just don't really see what that move achieves, playing queen to e1. Because you could just take back with the king anyway, and wouldn't you be maybe slightly better getting your knight out or moving the queen to a more attacking position to just try and create something, create anything?
Yeah, definitely. Because right now his pieces are still in their starting blocks. Like, they're not playing. Also, the capture, yeah, there you go. That capture is still on. So.
And now the rook is gone. It's trapped, and he can't save it. I don't think, anyway. So this is going to be 2-0. So FPL MAK has got it all to do. I hope he puts up a good fight in the Blitz. I really do. Good to see him take it to a 4th and final game.
Yeah, I just hope MAK isn't completely resigned, like, mentally. If he goes into the Blitz matches thinking he has a chance, then he has a chance. But if he enters those 2 games thinking he's already lost, then
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to see if they want a quick 5-minute break or whether they want to go for it straight away. See what they say. In the meantime, are you enjoying a bit of a break from FPL?
Not really, no. I quite enjoy, in general, just FPL and Premier League most of all. So I get so bored during this break.
Yeah, I think I'm the same.
International breaks in general. Well, yeah.
Okay, they're gonna go straight into it. Yeah, I normally find international breaks quite boring. I remember feeling really happy at the end of the November international break, knowing, okay, that's it until March now. However, I have to say I am quite enjoying the fantasy break because I am playing Sky and Gaffer as well. So it's been quite relentless and full on with the fantasy stuff, especially with Gaffer being midweek weekend the whole time. But I am looking forward to it all starting up again and to the run-in. And I just don't care about England in the qualifying because we're going to qualify anyway, easily, and then probably underwhelm in the actual tournament itself. So,
also, if I were English, I would be so disheartened to see players like Eric Dyer and Kevin Trippier being selected in the England squad ahead of Trent, Alexander-Arnold, and Konsa from Villa.
Yeah,
I think Esric Konsa is English, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Or Michael Keane. I think he deserves. If you're an Everton fan, you probably think he deserves a shout.
He has been really good for us. Yeah, Michael Keane probably did deserve to be in there. I don't have as much.
He's been better than Eric Dyer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah,
100%. It's interesting that you said Trippier. I don't follow La Liga very closely, but from what I've heard other people say, he's actually done pretty well.
Hasn't Trippier been sitting on his ass for a couple months?
Like I said, I don't know. I haven't been following La Liga, so you might well be right, to be fair.
Or I'm not sure when his ban ended, but hasn't
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat know?
Yeah, feel free.
I think he was banned for some bet fixing or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. FPL
Yeah.
Blaster, glad to see Phillips in. Yeah, he's been really good, hasn't he? Pretty
Oh,
integral
yeah,
to that
absolutely.
lead side. Anyway, the games are underway. We've seen... Oh, this is an interesting
We've seen Empezar.
C4, like the first game. C6, which is unusual. And then C5. D5. I mean, I don't really know what to say about the opening, but lots of pawn moves and get some pieces out now, guys. So Slovakia, okay, I don't mind D4, that's absolutely fine, but now MAK needs to play a move like knight to F6, or maybe... what do you think to that move, D5?
I think that's imaginative. Like, he could easily just play out that pawn on D6.
Yeah.
Get his pieces out, capitalize on this slow start by Slovakia.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually
crazy that we had to go so long before a minor piece moved and not just a pawn.
It was Black's 5th move that we had our first non-pawn move.
Yeah.
So all you beginner chess players out there, don't do that. Get your knights and bishops out a lot earlier on. That's what the opening's all about, getting your pieces out and into the action so that they're ready to attack. And once again, we're actually seeing Slovakia has got many more pieces developed than MAK does. What did you make of Queen to E8? That was an interesting move.
Wonder why.
I don't know.
MAK also had slight advantage a couple of moves ago. But I think it's just been too slow developing his pieces.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, when you get early momentum and you have an advantage early on, you need to pounce. You can't be making these slow moves. Because the advantage early game often comes from you having more development than your opponent.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you then let them catch up, stabilize the position, and you squander that advantage.
That's right. I actually really like the move knight to b6 though, because he's obviously recognised his bishop's blocked in and he needs to create some space for it to get out. And he's clearly recognised that. Knight to the c4 square could be a good square for the knight at some point in the future, probably not now, but this is at least better than what we've seen previously in the other games from MAK, which is good to see. So,
yeah.
I think a6 is a bit of a nothing move.
That move is. Yeah, really. Like, he has a very obvious move of bishop to g4, is it?
Yeah.
Developing his piece and just good solid move. But that pawn push does absolutely nothing. And now his pawn on h7 is threatened 3 times. I wonder if he spots that or think it's defended because of that knight.
I'm guessing he does spot it because it's quite obvious why he's played the knight there. I think, would you agree that the move should just be quite simply h6?
Yeah.
Kick the knight away. Because even if he plays, bishop h7 check, you can just take with the knight. Oh wait, no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, no. You can't just take. You can't just take with the knight if it's bishop h7 because then you get mated on h7. So what you'd have to do is just move your king over to h8, but you'll be fine. It's not a problem. So yeah, he has played the best move there. That's good to see. according to us, yeah. That's right. Best move according to the computer, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah. Was a fairly obvious move.
It was.
I just don't really like black's position here. That knight on b6, I just don't see where it's going.
Yeah, it's not in the best position, but like I said before, it did serve the purpose of making room for the bishop. I think part of the problem was he had this pawn on c6, which meant the knight couldn't go there, so it had to go somewhere else. Yeah, obviously I'd much rather be white in this position, that's for sure. But I don't, it's only a slight advantage, to be fair. The time situation is interesting. Slovakia's...
Yeah, I just spotted that.
Running low already.
I think Slovakia is making a bit of a mistake here, because the move is obvious. Just return your knight.
I wonder if he's just trying to calculate whether he can create a checkmate or something on h7 that's just not there. Okay. Well, you just take here, right? Because otherwise you lose your rook.
You could.
Okay.
And then h8, next move, and I think you're fine.
Yeah, I don't see any particularly dangerous follow-up. The queen can't really get in quick enough. If you are Slovakia, you need to retreat the bishop now, right? Because couldn't you then trap the bishop with a move like g6?
Yeah.
So needs to look out for that. I don't think that's easy to spot for him. For either player, actually.
Yeah, and Slovakia is running low on time. Mistakes tend to happen more often when you're low on time. You're stressed out.
Yeah, I know I make a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
There it is. It's happened. It's on the board.
MAK was ready to cancel that mistake.
Excellent. That's good to see. So yeah, I mean, he's obviously been able to win a pawn for the piece, but now MAK is winning both on the clock and materially as well.
Could MAK now capture that h3 pawn with his bishop?
I'm going to go to the
because if Slovakia captures back,
so what are you proposing?
He just grabs tonight.
Ah, yeah, that's quite nice. That's a really nice. Nice spot there. So yeah, you just win a pawn basically. Because when the recapture happens, you can take the knight.
An important pawn as well.
Yeah.
Because it's the main pawn in front of the king.
Absolutely.
If we see that line, alternatively, Slovakia would just not capture the bishop.
Yeah. See what he does.
But at this level, I would not be surprised if MAK just simply misses that.
He sees it.
Okay. Very good. It seems Slovakia's eagerness to capture back. Either he didn't see that his knight is unprotected after the capture, or he is just stressing about his time.
Could be.
Probably.
He didn't think he really had the time to calculate. Oh no.
And then MAK just completely forgets capture the knight.
Oh man. Did he just forget? Do you think he just forgot?
I don't know. He had the great sort of sacrifice,
Yeah.
but then he completely flagged the follow-up.
He could be in a spot of bother here now because that knight is so well placed. It's on an outpost. It can't be moved. I think, would you play something like knight d7 just to exchange it off? Or try to anyway? No, you can't do that. Knight g6.
And that loses you. Or no. What do you mean?
Knight g6 is a threat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Forking the rook and the king. Oh man, I'm kind of gutted about that. Still, it's even materially, and he's got... I was going to say he has more time, but actually, it's evened itself up a little bit now. But at least he spotted the knight move to g6, so that's okay.
I just don't know what to say here. Like, he's now trying to trade off those knights, and probably that's a good idea. That white knight is really good, and also after he recaptures, he will threaten that h3 pawn.
Mm.
And the only way to defend that is by moving his king, which could expose it to an attack. Also, we could see MAK bring his rook over to the f5.
Mm.
I would actually bring the rook on a8 over to the f5 to then maybe create something down there.
It's a fairly level endgame, really, isn't it, at the moment? Yeah, so he does swing the rook over. Okay. Oh, okay. What's the mistake there?
Anpasa.
Right.
Anpasa, if he knows about that.
He's missed
he didn't.
So I've got to show it. I've got to show it. So
that would have been so clutch to see that Anpasa attack.
So there's
attack, but
if you don't know what Anpasa
attack.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, that's when you move a piece forward a pawn forward 2 squares. The next move and the next move only, you can take that pawn with another pawn like that. And that would have been check, and then he would have had to play like here or something, and then he was presumably walking into a checkmate. But anyway, I need to go back to the live game. I've just realised I need to show your face as well again. So, there we go. But time is really low for Slovakia now. He's only got 22 seconds. So he's potentially in panic stations right now. Who's winning, would you say? If anyone.
The computer analysis obviously says Slovakia is winning, but it's so long time. MAK needs to capture that queen.
Oh, he should have. Oh. The thing is, if he takes the queen, then recaptures, then he wins a pawn. Yeah, I mean, he just wins a pawn. Interesting.
Slovakia at queen. Oh,
Oh, the bar's going crazy.
mistake, isn't it?
Okay, backtrack a second. Why was king to g4 such a big mistake? Was it because he could have just played c4? Maybe. Slovakia's
Here,
going to win this now.
yeah, c4 and then you go c3.
So Slovakia just needs to use his king to shepherd the pawn up the board, and he's doing that really well. He's keeping the king in opposition with his opponent's king. Oh, be careful not to draw here with a perpetual, with 3-move repetition. Okay, he's advanced the pawn, that's good. So he should just play. Yeah, that's a great move. Yeah. King to g7. Why is he not pushed the pawn there? It's an inefficient way of doing it, but he's going to win. King to g7 and create the queen.
And now there's no way Slovakia loses this. Do we still play the last game?
I said they don't have to, because obviously it will be an unassailable lead, won't it? But I mean, if they want to play it, I don't particularly mind. Yeah, so MAK resigns, and that is it. So FPL Slovakia has retained his place in Division 2. He has managed to avoid relegation. So well done to him.
Very dominant display from him today. Some questionable play in this last game, but he managed to go through in the end, and that's what matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. He definitely had a much worse position. He managed to blunder a piece, but he came back very well. Considering he's so long time, I think he did really well to keep his cool. Actually, I think he really did keep his cool under pressure. Right, I just need to let them know that it's all over. So yeah, we'll play to the two of them. Yeah, do you have any final thoughts on the games?
That last game was actually super fun to watch. So back and forth. Super happy we got that game on screen.
I think I'm going to just kind of back up a bit, because things were so fast that I almost lost track of everything that was going on. So yeah, there's the key moment when there's the en passant that he missed. Oh, I don't know what that sound is, but yes, so he missed the en passant, and then the key point was when Slovakia doubled his rooks on the G file. That was quite impressive. He should have just defended with the queen, really, but then he lost that pawn. Rooks all exchanged off the board, and yeah, basically this F pawn was the only passed pawn in the game, wasn't it? The one that could run free to the end, and eventually just that one extra pawn made all the difference. Managed to exchange queens. Yeah, great. Yeah, those were good games. Cheers, Glasto. Thanks for joining us. Do you want to play a couple of Blitz games before we finish?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay, we'll play a couple of games and then we'll call it a day. But first, before any of you dash off, I need to show you what is coming up. So, on Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock, I will be playing for my place in Division 1.
While you speak, I'll just take a small break.
Go for it, yeah. I'll be playing for my place in Division 1 against Rob Marshall. I finished 5th in Division 1, and Rob Marshall finished 2nd in Division 2. So I will hopefully be securing my place in Division 1, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Isaac will be back for that to commentate along with FPL Stevo, so I'm looking forward to that. And then on Sunday, time is to be confirmed for this one, is the season finale. The final match of Season 1, it is FPL Honey Badger, so Isaac here against Wombat FPL. They will be playing a match of exactly the same format to be crowned the champion of Season 1 of the charity FPL Chess League. And if you want to join next season and you play FPL and chess, you can join. Just send me a DM. I will just make a note of your interest. It won't be starting until the autumn when the new football season starts, but we will be looking to expand, probably adding new players into each division. I'd like to get us up to 8 players per division, and then maybe add a new one if there's enough interest. We'll see. There's already been quite a few people who have said they would like to play in the next season. So yeah, we'll look forward to that, and we'll be bringing live streams of season 2 as well. Hey Daff, good to see you. You've just missed the action, so you might have to go back and see what's happened. But we are going to play some Blitz now, Isaac and I, if you want to stay and watch that. But anyway, yeah, that's what's coming up. In fact, Az from Fantasy Football Scout will be joining me for the season finale, so that should be really, really good. It's going to be a very high quality match. Isaac's a great player. Wombat's a fantastic player too. So do join us for that one as well. Yeah, so while I wait for Isaac to return, just trying to talk about. Here he is. Perfect timing, mate. I've just finished my spiel. What time control are you thinking? 3 and 2 or 5 and 5?
Just 3-2, maybe. 3-2. Make it a bit more entertaining.
Okay. I've been getting a bit better at Blitz recently, but Isaac is still better than me, so we'll see how this goes.
Might be.
Andre Ayew limped off for Ghana. I'm so fuming. Oh no, mate. That's no good. I've been writing a Gaffer article this afternoon. It hasn't been published yet, and I was talking about Ayew as a potential Swansea asset, so I'll have to rip that one up now. Well, did it look like he'd be out for long? And who would come in to replace him? I don't even know who you could play low up front with who. I don't know. Anyway, serious repercussions for Gaffer and their double game week coming up. So interesting stuff. Right. Anyway, I've challenged Isaac, so yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. I need to go out of focus mode. There we go. Hey FPL Slovakia, good to see you. Just joined us for some Blitz. Well played today. We were very impressed with how you did. Very, very convincing display. And hey Matt, good to see you too. Oh, no worries, mate. I know you said you'd been at work and stuff, but yeah, good games, and that was a good fight in the second game. You did well. You got yourself into a good position. So yeah, don't worry about it. It was good, and yes, you're right. Slovakia did play really, really well. So yeah. Anyway, I need to try and focus on this Blitz match. So, question is, do I want to exchange queens or not? We were talking about developing your pieces earlier. I'm way behind in development here. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm not going to say too much to give things away for Isaac. I don't know if he can still hear me, but I'm thinking that, but then that runs into that, so I'm not sure whether it's a good. Yeah, actually, no.
Should we actually go? Should I mute you maybe?
I think it's good to have you still here so we can chat and have a bit of banter. Really, I think it'd be better than me just being on my own. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh yeah, and Slovakia and MAK. By the way, the stream went down. It crashed in your first game, so you missed quite a lot of your first game. But you'll be able to. Yeah. So when you go back to the start of this stream, you'll see we've quite a bit of progress has been made. And it wasn't the start of your first game, but anyway. Have I just blundered? No, I haven't just blundered. That's all right. Ooh. That was a mistake, wasn't it? Taking that pawn was a mistake, right?
I think so.
Because now I just
I
want
think
to.
so.
Yeah. Okay. That is no good. I think I should have just retreated my bishop back and it would have been alright. How many games should we play?
Let's see. Let's just play. Maybe like 2 or maybe 4.
Yeah, I was thinking either 2 or 4 as well, and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, I see. That's a threat. But if I do that, it is. Let's. Okay. Have I won a piece here?
Have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't won a piece here. Never mind.
I got sort of insecure there for a bit, but.
You have to exchange off, which is no good. Well, I'm going to go 1-0 down here probably, but we'll see what happens. Also, not having much time is not ideal right now. I'm tempted to just resign, to be honest. I'll play on for a bit longer, but I'm very close to that point of resigning. Question. Is there something in like the chess.com rules against kind of this, do you think, it being a rated game? The fact that it's a rated game and we're like able to talk to each other? Because I'm wondering whether to make the rest of the games unrated, just in case.
Yeah, we should probably make the rest of the games unrated.
We'll do that. Oh, I've just realised you can't see the... Oh no, you can see the whole board. Okay, it's all good. You just can't see my time right now. There we go. Meanwhile, I have like no time. I have like no time. I should have just taken the pawn. No. Yeah, whatever. Okay. We'll let the clock run down and we'll go into game 2. Let's try again. Oh no, let's abort it. And I just realised I've gone into a game with a random person. Abort. I will now. I just, you're just on autopilot because you do it so often, just click new game.
Yeah.
Right, well, I've changed it to unrated and I will be white for this one.
Okay, cool. No.
Let's go. Oh, focus mode again. Okay. What I've realised is Isaac likes to go on the offensive straight away. Very aggressive openings. Just developing pieces. Nothing too crazy so far. Don't know how good that is, isn't it?
That was actually preventing my plans.
I was wondering if you were planning on playing Bishop b5.
Yeah.
Which is why I played it.
I was hovering the bow to b5 square.
Yeah, good.
Made that move, so.
Well, I'm liking how this game's going a lot more than the first game. I've got a better position. Okay, that's not much of a surprise. I don't want to retreat to. Interesting. That would be bold. Oh, if I had more time. No, that's not a good move. Okay. Oh no, that's okay. For a second, I thought I literally just blundered my e3 pawn, but it's all good. Let's play. Definitely need to speed up again, being down on the clock. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So These two guys attacking here, 2 defenders, but that's coming. So, oh, I can't go there. Let's go here. Okay, I'm going to not talk now. I've got to think. I've lost a pawn.
Fine. I should probably talk some as well. Like, I've just been so delved into this game. I think it's a very interesting game so far. Like, very sharp position.
Yes, I don't have much time to think about it. Just
may have made a mistake here.
I can't see why if I have. Oh wait, did you say you might have made a mistake here?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Or I have. I may have found somewhat of a solution. It doesn't really work, but
got to move. Okay, so I'm a piece up for 3 pawns. Yes, I'll take. I have no time. I'm going to get so flustered now. Oh no. No, that's okay. I can deal with that. I have a pretty good position here, but 10 seconds is stressful. Have you just blundered there? Yes. So, I should win this now. In theory. These pawns are a bit dangerous though, on the queen side.
Definitely are.
That could be. Oh no, that's a blunder, isn't it? Or is it? This is so stressful. Oh no, am I going to get mated? I'm going to get mated. No! No!
I can feel your pain.
Oh, I saw it just as soon as I played it. I was like, oh no.
That was super stressful. But you just went a bit too far with the attack.
Yeah. One more?
I just sort of wonder if we go a couple moves back. Instead of moving your rook.
Instead of
Could you just move
rook e7?
rook on? Yeah, just rook a7, the other rook.
Yeah. And then
to just not.
And then you wouldn't have had anything, would you? You'd have just had to do like perpetual, just keep checking my king or something. I'm guessing.
Or actually, no. Rook a7 doesn't work because I have queen d4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so you do. Wow, that was such a good game though. I bet that was exciting.
That was fun.
Oh, thanks, Matt, for that. Right. Yeah, let's have one more, shall we? That was good. Just because I felt like I played a bit better that time. Okay. Man, that was intense though. Okay. I need to just play a bit quicker in the opening stages. Quite a solid setup. Okay, Mac. So you didn't know about that. That's called en passant, which is French. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough that you didn't know that. That's totally fair.
I think the meaning of that expression in French is passing by. French people or French-speaking people out there who know if this is correct or not, please do say so.
What did you say it was? I didn't quite catch it.
Passing by.
Passing by.
So, as the advancing pawn is passing by, you can capture it, even if it's not the normal-looking pawn capture.
That would make sense. Would make a lot of sense. I'm already not liking how this game is going. I clearly don't have a good enough opening to play against d4. I've never really... I'm just really bad at... I don't study openings or anything like that, so...
Yeah, me neither. Like, I just never really find the time to...
I'm fine against d4. I just play the Caro-Kann every time, and I feel like I've played enough games of that now that I feel very comfortable with pretty much any different sort of variation that comes up. But I've never really found anything that has consistently worked out for me against d4.
It's kind of hard to play against, or it's not by definition hard to play against. E4 is the best move.
Yeah. I think
for level.
I don't think I should have taken the c4.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, I've actually got a time advantage. That is unusual. I play against you. But my position is not great at all. It is pretty dire.
Position is quite interesting, but...
Oh, Joel, what are you doing? Just completely missed that. Ah. I've lost the plot here.
Did go on a bit of tilt.
Yes. Definitely.
I think you were maybe also stressing a bit to maintain your time advantage. Could that be correct?
Yeah, I think there's definitely an element of truth to that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely throwing in a bit of a stinker here.
But yeah, sometimes when things go downhill, they just really go downhill. When grades pours is very much true in chess, at least for players at our level. Because, professionals, top competitors, they have this training of themselves that. I did see in a tournament not too long ago, Magnus, when he lost a game, or he made a really big blunder, he laughed. And, normally you won't laugh at that sort of thing. But I think it's like, not just his mentality to find it funny, but I think it's a conscious thing.
Yeah. Do you think he'll lose his
year?
Do you think he'll lose his world title this year?
He might, but he usually just pulls through when it matters most. I think title means the rules to him, so he will fight all he's got.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Obviously, as a Norwegian, I very much want him to retain it, but
yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think the field of competition is super strong.
It's Jan Nepomniachtchi, isn't it? And is it Maxime Vachier-Lagrave? I've just butchered his name completely. Those are the two that are leading the candidates, right?
I don't know actually. I've not been paying attention, but you might be right about that.
I think it is. So if you don't know, the World Chess Championship is always played by the previous winner, the previous world champion, and a challenger who is decided by a candidates tournament which has 8 players, and they play a double round robin tournament. And they got halfway through before COVID hit, and so I think they completed. I think they'd all played each other once. And then there was COVID, so they had to cancel it. And I think it's happening maybe fairly soon. I'm not sure, but they are resuming it soon. And then the World Championship match will be, I think, in November sort of time. It normally is around then. It'll be between. It'll be 12 matches, or have they increased it to 14? I think they might have actually increased it to 14.
Cool. Yeah.
I think.
They have changed the format a lot through the times. I think at some point it was 24, which is exhausting.
That's so many games. And guys, classical chess games can go on for hours and hours. They can go on for easily 5 hours or something. And they'll be playing one of those nearly every day. They'll have rest days, but yeah. Oh look, I've just gone and
did it again.
Messed up with my.
It's not the end of the world.
No, it isn't. This is true.
Yeah, it will be very fun to watch. So, I'm not sure about the format this year, but previously they have done 12 games over 18 days. So every... Oh shit.
Oh
no, never mind. I thought that.
Just, free night. I thought I'd been quite smart just taking the pawn first. I didn't realise I was being secretly even more smart than I realised. And then... okay. Regroup. I've not lost this yet. That's for sure. Yeah, the last World Championship match ended... All 12 games were draws. That is how crazy.
Super boring.
Yeah.
Was that versus Carolina? Right?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And then the one before that was against, what's his name, the Russian?
Karyakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had to go to like rapid and blitz games. I think, well, mate in one on the board. Need to be careful. Clearly, rapid and blitz is the future of chess at the moment. It's a lot more exciting for the viewers, the spectators.
Some are opposed to that. Classical chess is the traditional to compete mainly. Much because, like, only recently do we have correctly.
You cut out
I think
again.
it's
sorry, I didn't quite catch
because of that.
Probably.
I'm not sure if this is good content or not, because we're just so focused, both of us, on this game.
Yeah, we'll probably make this the last one, actually.
Yeah. Do we still have people watching?
Yeah, we've got 4 at the moment. I don't know if one of them's you, but...
Yeah, one of them is me. I've just had the monitor turned off.
Fair, yeah. And before we had kind of at most 6, I think it was. So yeah, it's not too bad. I reckon some people will probably watch later, which would be good. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh.
I'm going to let you off that one.
You are too... No. Well, never mind. There we go. Well played.
It was a real exciting game.
The second game was the best game, definitely.
Super.
That was fun.
Yeah, definitely. You had a really good attack going on and just blundered at last. Like, for a second game, you really went too much on attack.
Yeah.
And obviously you were very short on time, we both were.
Yeah, trying to calculate with like 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and being on stream and trying to talk sometimes.
Yeah, it really messes with you. So, I think you probably talk more than I have, and as such, I've had somewhat of an advantage there.
Maybe. I'll take that. Take that. Okay.
It would be really fun to have us play a few games and then have someone else commentate.
Yeah. That would be
like Steve-O or Az or someone.
Steve or Az, yeah. Well, it was fun, and yeah, I enjoyed those games, even if 3 out of the 4 I was pretty poor. Yeah, so thanks for joining us, guys. I'll just remind you of the schedule. So Wednesday I'll be playing against Rob. Isaac will be commentating with FPL Stevo, and then Isaac will be playing FPL Wombat in the season finale on Sunday, which would be great. And Az, I don't know if I've. Oh no, you did see the message, didn't you? Az has agreed to commentate with me on that, which should be really, really good because it will be a very good match that to finish things off. And yeah, so thank you all for being here. I hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
All right, stream is end.